Good to have you with us. You're watching Newsroom Live. I'm Avni Raja. Let's shift focus and talk about the economic slowdown and how the auto industry is continuing to feel the pressure due to the economic slowdown. India's largest car maker, Maruti Suzuki, has announced no production days in its two plants in Gurugram and Manesar. Now, manufacturing will be suspended for 2 days, that is the 7th and the 9th of September, and this decision has been taken due to the prolonged slump in sales. Now, recently, Maruti Suzuki reported nearly a 36% decline in its sales for the month of August.
उत्पादन अगर ज़्यादा हो, सेल कम हो, तो उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए हमने ये लीव करनी पड़ती है, ये प्रोडक्शन सस्पेंड करना पड़ता है।
तो कितना इससे नुकसान होगा मारुति?
नुकसान तो हो ही रहा है, नुकसान तो लगातार चल रहा है। बाकी ये है कि हमारी एक दिन में जो करीब 5-6 हज़ार गाड़ियाँ हैं, वो नहीं बढ़ेंगी। 2 दिन में 8-9-10 हज़ार गाड़ियाँ बढ़ती हैं, वो हमारी नहीं बढ़ेगी।
आर्थिक मंदी से कब तक उबर पाएगी मोबाइल इंडस्ट्री के बारे में क्या?
देखो, आर्थिक मंदी से हम तो कंपनियां तो अपने स्तर पे लगी हुई हैं, लेकिन इसमें अहम रोल, जो मुख्य रोल है, वो केंद्र सरकार का है और राज्य सरकारों का है। केंद्र सरकार से हम बार बार गुहार कर रहे हैं, भाई जीएसटी आप कम करो, लोन हार्ड है हुए कम करो आप, और लोन मिल रहा है कंपनी शोरूम रेट पे, उसको ऑन रोड रेट पे लोन दिया जाए, लोन को सरल किया जाए, और जो राज्य सरकारें जो काफ़ी टैक्सेस लगाए गए, वो टैक्स वापस लेने दिए उन्होंने, क्योंकि ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री इकोनॉमी की अर्थव्यवस्था की रीढ़ की हड्डी है। तो ऐसे में सरकारों ने ऑक्सीजन देने का काम करना चाहिए।
India's largest car manufacturers, Maruti Suzuki India Private Limited, has decided that it will halt its operation in the manufacturing plants of Manesar and Gurugram on 7th and 9th of September this month. This comes in the backdrop of 33% of dip in the sales of Maruti vehicles as compared to the August data of 2018. There has been a slowdown in the automobile sector, and that has been presented in data. The experts say that there has been a dip in almost every sector of the vehicles which are being sold, and Maruti has taken a step after seeing the decline that has been there in the data between August 2019 to August 2018. And these 2 days, 7th of September and 9th of September, Maruti has said that it will be no manufacturing day, there will be no productions. With camera person Balkishan, Ayushman Kumar for MirrorNow.
Well, it's not just Maruti. Earlier as well, auto companies such as Hyundai, Toyota, Mahindra, as well as Hero MotoCorp have all been forced to call for no production days due to the massive slump that they've seen in sales across for the last several months. So Utkarsh is joining me on the phone line. Utkarsh, you know, of course, we've seen Maruti announce no production days today, but we've seen other companies as well in the past call for no production days. If you can just give us a broader understanding of what companies are facing and the fact that they're now being forced to call for no production sales simply because sales have fallen that much.
Exactly. I mean, in fact, if you look in the past in the past 13 months, for 12 months, the industry has degrown. And the other problem which is there, and the reason why there are more productions that's happening, is because the stress to dealers. Now remember that dealers buy their inventory. So every car which is there in their showroom is what they have to buy from the company, and that needs a lot of working capital. What has been happening in the past, and that is the reason why almost 450 dealerships in this country have shut down in the past 1 year, is that the dealers are not able to really keep that much stock with them. And that is precisely now the companies are forced to, one, cut the inventory at the dealer level, and then obviously they have to maintain inventories at their level as well. And this has been happening from the past 7 to 8 months. It was Feb when they really started doing this, and from Feb to now, you can see every month on an average there is a 15 to 20% cut month on month on car sales, and this will continue till the time the demand doesn't come back. What is what is more worrying right now is that we're talking about festive season. We're talking about a time when car companies increase their production every year, no matter how bad there has been. This is for the first time we are seeing in festive season when the car makers want to have as much stock as possible, given the fact that there will be a lot of Diwali buying, Dussehra buying, and all the other in regional areas. You'll have much more buying expected than the rest of year. In time like this,
right,
if processes continue, just give you a sense. that things are still bad and how bad they are. We all saw what happened in the August number. September is very important for the car makers. One, because of the kind of announcements Nirmala Sitharaman had made earlier. That impact was not seen in August, given the fact that it was only 6 or 7 days.
Right.
What's important will be this month, given the festive mood. So everybody's thinking that people who have not been buying vehicles for a very long time and delaying their purchase will buy. And second, the impact of the FM announcements.
Right, absolutely, Utkarsh. Extremely key to watch out for the next 2 months specifically, because there is a lot of hope riding on these 2 months, and that there will be some turnaround in demand. Thanks so much for joining us with those details. To get some more perspective, I'm being joined by Renuka Kripani, auto expert as well, on the phone line. Renuka, thanks for joining us. Of course, a lot now is riding on the next 2 months. A lot is also riding on the fact that the Finance Minister has taken a proposal to the GST Council to cut the GST rate for the auto industry. But in your opinion, considering the extent of the slowdown that we've seen, and the fact that we still have to see the measures announced by the Finance Minister to actually play out, what is your sense of how it's going to pan out?
Well, I think it's definitely going to take a while. Every measure will help and is needed at the moment, but I think it's coming a little too late, because the slowdown has been for quite a while now. So, like Utkarsh mentioned, there is a change. People are not walking into showrooms. Stocks are building up at dealerships. Now manufacturers are cutting down production days. So, it's been a pile-up of things that has been happening over a period of time. And to revive the entire industry is going to take a lot more. It's going to take a lot of time. It's not only these measures. The bigger question is, why are people not walking into showrooms? It's not as if prices have risen drastically or things have really gone wrong. But the problem is the economy. I think, the economy is, taken a hit. Unemployment is there. So people are not shelling out money on big assets. And I think that's exactly why, whether you look at the real estate market or whether you look at the automotive industry, everything is suffering. And I think it's the economy that really needs to bounce back to get everything back on track. So a lot of measures are going to be needed to pull the industry back to where it was some time ago. But yes, every small measure is welcome, because every shot in the arm helps.
Right, absolutely, Renuka. And that really brings us to the other question of the fact that last month itself we saw several dealers offering discounts, but obviously people not biting the bullet and going and buying. So the fact that even if a GST rate cut comes at this point in time, whether or not that's actually going to help and incentivize people to go and buy.
It will. I think it will help people. People will, because like Utkarsh says, it's also the festive season, right? In India, we do buy a lot on sentiment as well. So I think the industry is hopeful on that. It will definitely give people a reason to at least, go in and buy during the festive season. It may not bounce the industry back to being normal again, but yes, it will definitely help it along a little bit, because at the moment it's still on a downslide. So even stabilizing it would help at this point of time.
Absolutely, Renuka. Thanks so much for joining us with your perspective. Let's also listen into several of the reactions that have been coming in from the auto industry.
जो ऐसे ही पहले 8 महीना बहुत नीचे थे, अभी जो देख रहा हूँ मैं फेस्टिव सीजन थोड़ा कुछ सुधार आना चाहिए. मतलब अभी -30%, शायद 15-20% के बीच में रहेगा. धीरे धीरे इम्प्रूव होगा और लॉट ऑफ कस्टमर्स अपॉर्चुनिटी देखेंगे. BS4 का अच्छा स्कीम्स आएंगे. दिसंबर शुड गो गुड. इसी तरह थिंग्स शुड स्लोली स्टार्ट पिकिंग अप. बट लार्ज स्टेबिलिटी आप देखेंगे नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑल्सो देयर कैन बी लिटिल बिट ऑफ पॉजिटिव ग्रोथ. अभी आपको हिसाब बताऊं, 3.3 मिलियन लास्ट ईयर थे. अभी जो एवरेज 20% कम होगा, करीब 7 लाख गाड़ी मार्केट से कम हो जाएगा इस साल. इसको रिकवर करने में लुक्स लाइक 2 साल लगेगा मिनिमम. इट कैन बी 3 years also.
All right, auto analyst Tutu Dhawan is also joining me on the phone line. Thank you, Mr. Dhawan, for joining us. Your reaction, of course, to the fact that we're seeing a string of companies now who are being forced to announce no production days simply because people are not buying, and the sales have fallen to that effect.
Yes, this has been happening now for almost a year. and it is definitely going to continue for a while more. And because there are a lot of apprehensions among buyers, it's not only one reason, there are 3-4 reasons. One of the reasons is, of course, the Euro 6, which is kicking in next year. Then the electric vehicles are also being proposed to come in seriously. And on top of that, there is a general slow in economy, and their industry is closing down. So basically, people buy automobiles only if their industry is doing well and they are getting remunerations from there. And that is what speeds up the automobile industry also. So once the GDP starts getting better, you get industries to come up again. Only then can you expect the automotive industry to also get a breather.
Right, absolutely. And do you believe that the next 2 months, of course, it is going to be extremely crucial to see whether or not there is any turnaround or any signs of a turnaround over the next couple of months, given that the reforms announced by the measures announced by the finance minister should start seeing some effect, and also with the festive season coming up. So combination of both these things, do you think it's going to have some sort of an impact?
No, definitely not. I think this is going to be the worst festive season that the automotive industry is going to come across. And there are, as I said, there are a lot of apprehensions amongst buyers. Moreover, people had got into a habit of changing cars every 2, 3, 4 years. They have now stopped, and they are a policy of wait and watch. What is going to be the next step from all affairs? It is from government side, from Euro 6 reaction, from electric vehicles, and so on and so forth. So, in any case, people have, it's not that it is going to collapse. You know, the new technology can last for 300,000-400,000 kilometers. And people were now in just a habit of changing, you know, into new cars and new equipment and new music systems.
Right.
That's why this attitude has come up.
All right, Trudhavan, thank you so much for joining us with your perspective. Let's in fact go back to Utkarsh, who's still with us on the phone line. Utkarsh, obviously, like you pointed out, that the next 2 months are going to be extremely crucial. But in terms of what the industry is saying at this point in time, we are seeing one company after another announcing no production days. What's the kind of reaction coming in?
So, Avni, there are two kind of reactions obviously coming in, and this Indian and quoting both. So, one is obviously an on-record reaction by the industry. Obviously, the industry is not willing to really go as far as saying that they're disappointed by the way things have been working in the industry, given the fact that, the kind of dialogue they have had with the industry and the reports coming in that there might be or there might not be a GST cut. And then obviously an off-record version. So even if you talk to them on record, they're expressing concern, they're expressing pain. But the moment the camera shuts down, you realize the amount of pain the industry is in right now, and at times how mixed they are with the government, that things have not really fallen in place. You know, the way GST cut has been, asked for a very long time. Also, very interesting issue which is happening right now, Avni, is that everybody is now waiting for the 20th of this month when the GST meet is there.
Yes.
The bigger problem is that a lot of dealers are now complaining when we spoke to them, is that every person and every customer now has also postponed its buy till say 20th because they're thinking that there might be a chance that they might get a cheaper car given due to the GST cut. So the next 20 days also, we might not see any kind of improvement coming in. Firstly, and secondly, a lot of buyers must really end up pushing their buy post 20th of August, hoping for a GST cut.
Absolutely, Utkarsh. In fact, Utkarsh, stay with us. Let's listen to some of the other reactions and come back.
जो शायद हमें इस इंफॉर्मेशन आप ही से पता चली है, और मैं यही कह सकता हूँ कि हर कोई प्लांट बंद रख रहे हैं और पहले भी बंद रखे थे, आगे भी रख रहे हैं बंद, क्योंकि वो अपनी इन्वेंट्री को बैलेंस कर रहे हैं. सो प्लांट चला के इन्वेंट्री बढ़ाने का क्या फायदा अगर गाड़ी बिकती नहीं है. तो नेचुरली ये तो ऐसी चीज है जो हर कोई कर रहा है.
अगस्त के जो होलसेल डिस्पैचेस के फिगर्स सभी मैन्युफैक्चरर्स के आए हैं वो इतने अच्छे नहीं हैं, लेकिन इसका एक कारण भी है। पिछले साल अप्रैल टू अगस्त बहुत अच्छी ग्रोथ चली थी और अगस्त के महीने में डीलरों ने काफ़ी अच्छा स्टॉकिंग किया था, बिकॉज सितंबर से पिछले साल सीज़न चालू हो रहा था, बट समहाउ वो सीज़न ठीक नहीं गया डीलरों के लिए। अभी भी आपको मालूम है कि सिचुएशन बहुत अच्छी तो कोई सुधरी नहीं है, सो डीलर एक कॉशियस मूड में है आज के तारीख में, बहुत ज़्यादा इन्वेंट्री कैरी नहीं करना चाहते जब तक कि उनको पॉजिटिव ट्रेंड्स और काफ़ी स्ट्रांग पॉजिटिव ट्रेंड्स दिखना चालू ना हो। सो अगस्त में डीलरों ने उतना इन्वेंट्री नहीं परचेज किया है, जिसके चलते काफ़ी डिग्रोथ दिखने में आ रही है। और दूसरी एक और चीज़ है कि BS4 और BS6 का जो ट्रांजिशन है उसमें भी डीलर्स चाहते हैं कि इन्वेंट्री लेवल एक लीन लेवल पर रहे, ताकि ये ट्रांजिशन ज़्यादा ईजियर हो। सो डेफिनेटली मैन्युफैक्चरर्स के लिए प्रोडक्शन कट डाउन करना ये एक नेसेसिटी बन गया है, उसके चलते शायद मारुति ने किया होगा।